Okay, so drawing from the imagination. This particular sketch page is just a compilation of like random stuff that I was like trying to like think of, like, oh, what can I draw? Like, just example this. Well, there's a dragon, there's a wizard's potion lab, there's like a bunch of random characters. And a lot of times when I'm doing my character design, there will be instances where I will see the character exactly in my head and draw it. A lot of the time, I will just fuck around on my sketchbook, and eventually like a character will come out and they'll have a specific look to them, and I'll be like, I really like that look, and then I'll draw them again and again and again, and then that'll become a specific character of mine. There's just so many like things that you can do, like when you're not limited by reference. And that's one of the things, like, look at your reference, study from it, that kind of thing. But when you really want to get your ideas flowing, take everything away, just open a blank sketch page and let the pencil just start flowing. I don't think a lot, like when I'm doing these deliberate sketch pages, I'm not slaving about what I'm putting down on the page. I'm just kind of like doodling, and then as ideas start to pop into my head, then I'll be like, okay, like this particular little like wizard sketch, like, or potion lab sketch, essentially, I was just like, okay, ideas. I'm like, oh, well, I wanted to do some perspective examples. And basically I just like kind of throw down a basic framework and then just start building, and then I'll tighten it up later, or I'll take that thumbnail and I'll blow it up and I'll do it in a larger painting and add some more details and stuff like that. What I would have really liked to do is kind of like isolate some areas on the shelf and then draw those shelves, but I'll do that on maybe the next page, or I will like find some blank space on this particular page and put that in, just some sample bottles or something like that. Then like from there I just go into just some character design, like, because I'm thinking of like a main character for a new thing I'm doing, and I'm like trying to figure out like what would be a really good design for this particular character. Now I don't know if this little guy that I'm drawing right now will be that character, but he had some really interesting qualities, but he's an elf, so I don't know if I'll use him for that particular project. But I do like him, and he stands out, he pops. But like, it's that kind of process where you're just like kind of letting the pencil start making lines, and then things start coming out of it. And yeah, it's a lot of what you've like putting your theory into practice, and just like kind of letting things flow and not really getting caught up in the technical details. And if you can like get into this kind of flow state when you're drawing from imagination, you'll create things that you never thought were possible. And I think that's what's sorely lacking a lot these days, is everyone's so like obsessed with perfection that they don't allow for happy accidents to happen. And like, if you're just slaving away drawing from reference, when you take that reference away from someone, their skills are lacking because they can't figure it out how to do things on their own. So hopefully by watching this channel, at least you guys will have like a better understanding of like how to draw from your head and how to like put things together to make, like, this little guy, for instance, he's just a bunch of basic shapes, and I start running lines over him to like describe form. Like, hopefully you'll just have a better understanding of how to build your characters and how to build your drawings, so that you aren't going to be stuck always needing a piece of reference or always being slaves to programs. Enjoy.